Hi, as we discussed earlier, I have provisioned a CentOS 7 operating system from AWS Cloud. Now I am going to install Tomcat 9 as a part of this specific AWS instance. I have logged into this AWS instance, and in the earlier lecture we have covered how to provision a CentOS 7 instance from AWS and how to log in using a putty tool. Also, in the earlier lectures we have discussed the prerequisites for the installation of Tomcat 9. Tomcat 9 can be downloaded from this specific location. I'm going to do the installation using this tar file. Let me do the configuration on this specific instance. I have logged in using the CentOS user. I will not be having the super user privilege using the CentOS. So I will be changing myself as root using the command sudo. I'll be changing myself as a super user. As this is a new system, I want to make sure all the components are up to date. Let me use the update option yum-y update. This will download all the required libraries and make sure it is up to date. The installation of update is complete. Now I am going to install a utility called wget, which will be used to download the Tomcat from the Tomcat website. Yum-y install wget. As a next step, I am going to install Java 8. As per the requirement of Tomcat, JRE is sufficient enough. In future, we are going to discuss few of the advanced concepts within Java. So I am going to install the JDK. Yum-y install Java 1.8.o-open JDK DEVEL. The DEVEL will make sure the JDK will get installed. Also, I will be uploading all the commands as well as the options that I am setting as a part of this specific lecture so that you can quickly get started using the command files. The JDK installation is done. I can verify the version that got installed using the option java-version. Yes, I do have the version 1.8, that is Java 8. And I can use the command java to make sure Java installs successfully. Yes, it provides the help option. Also, I can run the command javac, which will confirm the JDK got installed. Yes, I am getting the help option. That means Java compiler also got installed. Now I need to set the Java home variable as a part of the bash file so that every time the system getting started, Java home will be automatically exported as a part of the environmental variable. Let me make sure only one version of Java is available. So I am using the option update alternatives for Java with the command update alternatives --config Java. Yes, I do have only one version of Java and that is the default selected version. So I will not make any changes. I'll press enter. I'll come out of the option. .bash _ profile. So here I'm going to export the environmental variable. Export Java home equal to the location where Java is installed. By default, the JDK will get installed in this specific location. That is /user/libjvm java-1.8.o. Let me load this specific file bash _ profile using the source command. So that will get read and it will get updated. Now let me echo the environmental variable Java home. Yes, Java home is exported, and within this specific location of user libjvm, the exact location of the JDK will be available using this specific symlink, that is java-1.8.o. This is what that we have provided, and that will be pointing to the actual location where Java JDK is installed. Now we have the Java installed, and I'm going to create a dedicated group and user to run the Tomcat. It is not advised to run the Tomcat service as a super user. I should create a user where that user will not have login permission, and only with that specific user I will be running the Tomcat service. Let me go ahead and create the group called Tomcat. And let me add a user called Tomcat, and I will be setting a home directory for that specific user Tomcat, and I will associate the user Tomcat as a part of the group Tomcat. I will be using the command user add to add the user as a part of the Tomcat group and make this specific directory, that is /opt/tomcat, as the default directory for the user, and name of the user will be Tomcat. The user is added. Now I'm going to download the latest version of Apache Tomcat using the wget command. I can get the download link by right clicking this specific file and get the link. I will use the command wget, and I'm going to download into the home directory of the user root. Let me use the command wget and the tar file link of Apache Tomcat 9. The tar file will get downloaded, and I will be extracting the content of this particular tar file into the directory /opt/tomcat. The tar file is downloaded. Now I will extract the tar file using the command tar-zxvf and then the tar file name, and the content will get extracted into this specific location, and it will not create any directory structure as it is available within the tar file. For that I will be using the command strip-components = 1. If it doesn't provide that option, this particular directory would get created within the /opt/tomcat folder. Now if I get into the folder /opt/tomcat, there will not be any Tomcat or the tar file name folder. Directly the content will get extracted into the location of the Tomcat. Now I should make sure all the content is owned by Tomcat within this specific location. So I will change the group of the folder Tomcat using the command change group recursively to Tomcat for the folder opt/tomcat. Now the group Tomcat owns all the files and folder within this specific location. Now I will provide configuration file with the read access. Let me provide the command change mode with recursively for the group read access for the configuration folder, and I will provide execute permission for the configuration folder. Yes, it is done. So the conf folder will have the execute permission for the group Tomcat. The same way, I will take the ownership of these specific folders, that is web apps, work, temp, and logs. I'll use the command chown. Recursively, I'll take the ownership of this specific folder for logs, temp, web apps, and work folder by Tomcat. In a quick summary, as a part of this lecture, we have downloaded Tomcat, extracted in the required location by creating a dedicated user and group, and changed the permissions for the required files and folders for the Tomcat files, as well as we have installed the Tomcat. As a part of the next lecture, we will be doing the configuration for the service file and make the configurations for the firewall and access the Tomcat web UI.